As this is the Black History Month, we're gonna set the things straight. Let's start with lexical definitions. Renaissance Britain, colonialism. Now, a policy to occupy politically either full or partial another country, creating settlements and exploiting it economically. 20th century USA, imperialism, another noun. A process of increasing a country's power or influence through that colonization or military force or any other meaning. You see, it's like building on forefathers' legacy. It's like a relay race. But then, suddenly appears Israel. Bam! Hi everyone, this is Liverpool Slam, Season 1, Episode 7. First, the rules. The poems should be your own work. Each poet get 2 rounds. Each round they get maximum 3 minutes. If you go over 3 minutes, each 10 minutes deducts you a point, and on the 30th minute, you gotta fuck off. Judges selected from the audience, you probably all got a raffle. If you haven't, can do. And where is the raffles? Yeah. By the way, no singing or props allowed. The rules of the slam for the judges are explained on the back of the mark sheets. 2 rounds, you get to mark them in content and performance. 5, 5, 10. So totally you do 20 for each performer. That's your raffle. Trust me, I'm not going to look at it. That's how you know fair is got a cap. Do you want to pick them up? Anyone? Any volunteer? I mean, cool. 146 and then 46.
Oh, it's not me, is it you? Is it you?
Pick another one. Pick another one. Finish it. And 5. $130.
That's me.
Right. Tomorrow. Thank you. 142, 142. Last one, huh? Come on, shuffle it. 125. 4. go for Are we ready? You know, imperialism is like black magic. Some Harry Potter shit. It's like if you say imperialism 3 times, America will come, take your oil, and give half to Israel. First, we have our first slammer, Kate Jenkinson.
Okay, so this is a bit of a rant, but it comes with some hand actions. If you want to join in, please feel free. I'll give you the line so you know when to do it. And it goes, and despite the fact that children are not made of clay, we're going to judge their talents in a cookie cutter way. Okay? So we can all do cookie cutters. So if you feel so moved, please do join in. This is called cookie cutter talent. Despite the fact that children are not made of clay, we're going to judge their talents in a cookie cutter way. We decide the rules of play, the A's, the B's, the C's and D's, and we'll label everything they say, so they will fail to succeed unless they tick our box in a cookie cutter way. We've made it very clear the answer must be ours. Their originality and lateral thinking, it's just a waste of their thinking powers. They must learn to curb creative thought, as the thinking is all ours. And no matter what they say, unless it ticks our little box, they can just go out and play. And despite the fact that children are not made of clay, we're going to judge their talents in a cookie cutter way. So it really is disturbing when they interpret someone's poem with a phrase or form that does not conform, because it means I cannot tick the box that says they understand how to behave in a cookie cutter way. And it really is frustrating when their talent shines all day, but they won't let me catch it and control it because they are not made of clay. And it's so much easier to compare them in a cookie cutter way. So now they are all labelled wrong. And we're both disturbed by this, but rather than the problem be ours, it's clearly they who got it wrong. So please change your personalities, children, to reflect our worldview. Then I can tick my little box and dispense with the problem that is you. And yet, despite the fact that people are not made of clay, organisations persist, measuring in a cookie cutter way. And people's creativity will be completely misunderstood, even in their adulthood. And despite the fact that none of us are made of clay, we can all choose to embrace creativity in our own unique and special way. Thank you.
Culture is not a property anymore. It's a product. Buddha sells on Wall Street. Yoga is as common as yogurt. And if you buy Israeli Defense Forces martial art technique, Krav Maga, you would know 16 ways to kick a Palestinian woman and child in the back. Next, we have Stephen Wright.
Today's temperatures will hover just over 0, but at times a cruel northern wind will blow, and it will feel like just below. Visibility will be low, but there's little to no chance of rain or snow. That big day, still weeks away, but it feels like it's just days round there, our town square. Usually an empty, desolate, lonely place. Now a maze, a Christmas fair, a festive marketplace, filled with those desperate to follow the winter craze. Not yet time for me to dine, but aromas of spiced wine and grilled meat make me feel like I want to eat. I took a right, it's not quite 1 year since that street I last walked, but it feels like half a lifetime complete, as I've just returned from where we meet and trash talked on the landing. There is no rain, every day is the same, and it feels like time's come to a standing. 20 minutes my watch says, until the next of my trains should arrive. But experience of recent days makes me feel like I'm safe for at least 25. These Northern Line delays make me feel I should drive. Quick stop at the shop on the way to station. I see the state of our nation. I see my generation lost in degradation. I saw a ghost, almost, an empty shell, with eyes that I could tell had seen hell. We played the fool in school, we were in the same year, but that me he looked, and no doubt felt, far older. He's an ex-soldier. I went over, I put my hand on his soldier, gently. Don't stand here all day on sentry. I'll give you enough for a beer, or one of each. Help face your fear, make you feel bolder. You're looking brittle, it's not a lot, but at this time of year, to give a little feels like plenty. I don't mean to preach, but get out of here. It's gonna get cold, and they say it may feel even colder. Out to me he did reach, and he gladly took a 20. Couple of score of us in that store, but it feels like hundreds more. Crammed into one of those supermarket expresses. Everybody pushes and presses. Everybody rushes and stresses. I don't need a basket. Something for supper and a few cans will fit in my hands. 5% no stronger. I feel like fleeing, but I stands in the queue that's longer. I like machines, but in humans I feel fonder. And he's still there, outside shop door, now on the floor, on his knees, cup in hand, sir, madam, please. And I felt for him. I knew the score. I'd seen this before. He'd stay and freeze. All he wants, all he needs is more. It was 2 degrees. Then blew an icy northern breeze, and it felt like -4.
You must be thinking, what more like some calm. I mean, I even didn't hear it's there, but then again, I must tell you, well, you should try. If you sit there is a moral post. Anyway, on the news it says that missile landed in the occupied territory in open ground. In open ground? In occupied territory? Fuck off. Next, we have Darren Kelly.
The Circus Symposium descended from the Hindu Kush to begin a journey that would surpass time. Along the old Silk Road, travelling only at night by candlelight, led by the disgraced Byzantium bishop, Monsignor Baptiste, who shouted sermons in a whisper and only gave communion to bare naked ladies. Behind Baptiste came Gregor, the gay strongman, who nightly smashed stereotypes, pummeled preconceptions, crushed conditioning, and lifted the aspirations of those too afraid to be themselves. Some say the third caravan concealed a cage containing the first fish to walk on land. They crossed the raging Tiber astride an armada of mercenary sea turtles and crept into Constantinople, where seven-veiled Salome was seduced by the promise of second sight and the dream of being free. Some say the smoking lady shouting at the heavens was the reincarnation of Joan of Arc, smouldering for revenge, while closer to the Lord above strode the still walkers of humility, who flatly refused to look down upon anyone. For the traveller's sustenance, Santiago, the Serbian chef, served soup on spinning plates. His enthusiasm for culinary excellence stretched as far as apathy. But each full moon he served Friar Garrick in a golden chalice, which rendered his critics wide-eyed with wonder. Some say the smoking lady rumors were rife that the soul of Robert Johnson had slipped the devil's clutches and would join them at the next crossroads. Performing for free, they lived on gratitude and the minuscule amount they charged for expanding minds, transforming political rhetoric into truth, and repairing our broken dreams. Thank you.
To be fair on Israel, they're doing everything to avoid not harming children, except not bombing them. I mean, precise bombing as they call it. I mean, it's as precise as a blowjob from a guy with cleft palate. Israel say civilians living near to the terrorists. To be fair, they're right. They're living steeply close to Israel. Next, we have Kieran Fox.
So this one is impossibly possible. My eyes open doors to purpose. Clarity within me, yet looking for direction. Because now I understand impossibility is a realm of reality socially accepted like a madhouse for those who believe what they conjure to create. When others only see you as a dreamer, you see, once accountability takes over me and you realize opportunity is within our biology, you're no longer okay with what is and you question. Substitute possibility for norms immediately. Insanity upon reflection. But it's too late to go back and hide like a magician's rabbit under a hat. Epiphany, no disbelief. I'm the master in command, the chief of my life, a free man who doesn't blame others or waits for the cloak with a scythe. I'm just not that guy. Ambitious beyond belief, yet consistency teases me like a girl on a night out who knows no matter how hard I work, she'll never play out. Believe me now, even if I could keep up with the everyday expectation, I still wouldn't be happy. Because doing with purpose makes life emphatic, constantly messing up erratic. Maybe I just need to give myself a break. But what would you do if you realised fulfillment was waiting for you, and all you had to do was to do Gok Law every day, an innate ability to get what you want, a plausible gut feeling, tranquility now that you see impossibility is just a word, like a life jacket, a safety net. Trust, possibility is no gambling bet. Just do, or forever regret.
every time Gaza gets attacked, fuck Gaza, even Syria, Yemen, we are told that civilians are being used as shields, but they aren't. Civilians never get used as shields because humans make really bad shields. They make so bad shield that they were forced to invent the shield. Round one, our last performer, Blue Set.
Also go by the name Blue Saints. This right here is, oops. It's called Civil Rights.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you a public service announcement. This is a public broadcast that broadly broadcasts itself among the poor class, the more crass, and of course them posh chaps that be wearing them top hats. So listen in as I pour pure facts through this microphone that's currently forced in my coarse grasp. And as my raw thoughts blow past, I hope you store what I pour. Because this message is for the civilians. It's for the little innocent city children that be sitting innocent, sifting through the message I be spitting through. But let me specify. I'm specifically spitting lyrics to hit the spirits of these smitten fools, but also in order to speak to you about the truth. Because our society is polluted. There's black waters filled with mass pollutants, whilst white daughters build a nicer future, blacks are slaughtered and killed and night is stupid. Just look at Emmett Till. I mean to say, looks can kill, but he was literally killed for looking at a woman till his blood was spilled on the ground, it's ill. Forced to drown until he hatched it before a wolf whistle. This is what I cared. The husband must have been looking for peace of mind, thinking he'd take out a piece and find Emmett Till and spill out Emmett's peace of mind till the good would emit a piece of sound, similar to how Emmett hit the ground. They gouged his eye out, and before he could cry out, the bullet was used to crack through his cranium, and the tissues it blew, concave his brains and bits, splayed on the page to make us raise our fists and engage the parade through this great abyss, so that we may raise and live or waste from this tasteless ditch. But that is just one example. That is just a small sample, a fragment that shows the vast scandals that exist in our society. But this is why I speak to you. I feel like my speech is reaching through. I feel like you can feel it. Because we were once attuned to believe we look like baboons just due to the fact that our skin's maroon, but black is beautiful. So let's let our hair breathe, let our follicles breathe as I throw the system, as you and you to live for our freedom. You see, I have a dream that we can all be kings like Martin Luther. So let's stop reveling in hate and make solutions. And we used to put Congolese so we could look like Europeans, but now our roots are showing, and we know who we are. From the sensing of Rosa Parks, to the decisions made by hearts, from the X Factor Malcolm Little possessed, to the rest after the 1960s, and expressed and professed that we must act as one nation, one foundation, so we can found our future. Hallelujah, we've made it. Thank you.
I think we are heading for two-state solution. Israel is solid, Palestine evaporized into gas. Episode 2, round 2, Kate Jenkinson.
When you think you've got what I'm talking about, shout it out. So, we were made for each other, literally. You on the left, me on the right, walking together, day and night. Then one fateful day, we were separated in the tumultuous, stormy waves that are the weekly colour wash. We couldn't find you, no matter how hard we tried. Oh, we looked in the usual places, inside the duvet cover and pillowcases, the back of the drum, wrapped in a t-shirt, but to no avail. You had gone. So, I was relegated to the waiting place, the drawer under the bed, with all the other single socks. And there I stayed, with the odd dusty black sock, the yellow sports sock, and many more, wondering if this was my destiny, a single sock in the odd sock drawer. Hope was high in the early days, my colours quite distinct. You would be discovered quickly on the shape of the sheet, a rummage in the laundry basket. Then our hearts began to sink. You were lost. Between washer, dryer and putting away, you had disappeared. I waited, and occasionally I'd be unearthed, compared to socks that had returned, found behind a radiator, in the linen cupboard, mismatched from before. But it was never you, and I was returned, a single sock in the odd sock drawer. I languished in despair. If only you'd been buttoned on to me, we would still be a pair. And months passed, all hope had diminished. But then a miracle occurred. A homecoming washload from the eldest son revealed socks of many sorts, a treasure trove, a basket load, and our union was restored. Now the moral of this epic tale should be regaled throughout the land. Two socks who are meant to be together should be washed by hand.
Did you know that Prophet William went to Israel and West Bank? I mean, he's not the first member of the royal family to go over there. He was the first one who was leading a crusade. It was Israel's 17th anniversary. He was greeted with 70 gun salute. Straight fired into some Palestinians. Next, we have Stephen Wright.
Oh, fisherman, fisherman, can't you see that somehow, just maybe, that little fishy, he could be a fishing for thee? Never much going on in our canal. It's the same every day, I tell you now. There's no change in weather in our man-made river. It's all life-giver, but boring. Then one morning, I heard a mate say, "Get up, let's get fired." But he was not one to seek attention, so I let him speak and he did mention, "Let's get twisted, let's get wired." I was scared, but he insisted he'd found the key to another dimension. But it came with warning. It's hardcore. You take off with no ground clearance, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but all come back for more. I said, okay, 'cause I'm all day, I'm a sinner, a natural-born swimmer. Through the grime and the slime, we went on the lookout for a shimmer, a glimmer, a sign that there was a hook out, so I could have my first time, hang from end of line, and become a winner, or end up as someone's dinner. See that twinkle in the light? Get in there and fucking bite. Not much to learn. See that worm? Bite down hard with all your might. It'll start to fight, so hold on tight. Whoosh! From this world I was taken, if I'm not mistaken, launched into space. Bone dry, I fly to a forbidden place. Yes, I'm there, drown in air, follow if you dare. Feel I'm about to slowly die, such a scare I almost cry. But I don't care and I'll tell you why. I've got no feet and I'm off my face. I don't care if I'm a complete disgrace. I'm travelling through time and space. My fears disappear without a trace, inspiring me to rhyme and verse. Me they curse, but I've had worse. You can't touch me in my special place, in my brand new universe. I idled my prize I had before my eyes, and as I lay there compromised, paralysed, yet somehow liberated and free, I suddenly realised, and I tell you no lies, he thought he'd caught me. And I contemplated as I lay twitching on the bank, are our angels predators in disguise? Is this really a canal or just one big tank? I don't know, cause I'm not wise, but to those that put us here I did give thanks. And now I'm always itching for a stitching to get away and stray from life's bitching. Tug, tug, tug on the line, out my way, that maggot is mine. That's my meal, I feel the need. Don't you steal, I've greater greed. I need to feel that steel through my jaw. I can break every natural law. Does not quite get me like it did before. In fact, it's starting to feel really sore. And yet I'm always going back for more. They tried to take me, take a break, cause I look fucked. But what else are we doing here for? I don't know, but one thing's for sure, I'm hooked on getting hooked.
Amazing, the moment when Messiah falls. All Israel unite. Shepherdes and Ashkenazis, Ethiopian and Hungarians, Yemenites and Russians, religious and secular, ultra-Orthodox and atheist, all against the leftist, all in support of killing innocent children. Next we have Darren Kelly.
This is my homage to the great gathering that is Glastonbury. Here they come! They're coming from everywhere, tracking the ley lines of the ancients, human corridors of latter-day pilgrims, the rich and the poor, the dandies and the dishevelled, the dreamers and the believers, the seekers and the sinners, from tower blocks and terrace streets, from country homes and council flats, the druids, the dealers, the poets and the pacifists, the musicians and the mystics, all coming together, holding hands in hope. But high on the hillside, she erects a cross, big enough to crucify the Messiah.